Well, good evening and welcome to Channel 8 Sports and East Brunswick High School basketball. Tonight it's girls basketball from East Brunswick High School. Hi, I'm John Meggiolaro, being joined by Phil Hill and Jim Allinder for a big GMC matchup tonight, East Brunswick against Madison Central. We'll start off with East Brunswick, and Jimmy, they come in 7-6, 5-1 in the division, and just had a 6-game winning streak snapped, I believe.
Right, but the 5-1 in the division is good for first place in the GMC, with the only loss coming against the opponent tonight, Madison Central. So there's a lot of revenge in mind. But more of an incentive for East Brunswick is that they absolutely need this game tonight if they really want to assure themselves of a qualification in the Central Jersey Group 4 state tournament. Their two future opponents after this will be South Plainfield and Middletown North. They're formidable opponents, and East Brunswick can better its situation by winning tonight.
All right, and Phil, we look over to Madison Central, 8-5. They match up real well against the Lady Bears, and this should be a good one.
This should be a real good one. Of course, the Bears should have most of the incentive. This Madison Central team beat this Bear team earlier in the year, 51-36. So they probably feel very confident they can handle the Bears again. Ken Buckbaum, the coach, has been there for 17 years, John, and he feels he has a pretty good team this year. They're coming off a big win, 71-35 over Perth Amboy, and they probably played Cedar Ridge to its toughest game this year, 47-39. The score not indicative of how close that game really was, so it should make for a good game tonight.
All right, again, East Brunswick, Madison Central. East Brunswick leads the GMC Red Division with a 5-1 record, but they're 7-6 overall, and as Jimmy mentioned, the real key here is the state playoffs, qualifying for that, and East Brunswick will have their work cut out tonight against a tough Madison Central team. We'll be back with the start of the action in just a moment. Well, all right, we're about ready to get this game underway. East Brunswick, Madison Central. And East Brunswick comes out with that power lineup, if you will, Erica Weir and Barbie Holland.
Phil, control of the boards is probably going to be a major factor tonight.
Most definitely will, as it is in most games, Jim. I think you're going to see the Bears play a much better game than they played the first time they played this Madison Central team.
Mataseski picks it up for the Bears to start it off. And off the leg of Drulis.
And that's one thing they can't afford, though, is turnovers. They got to control that ball.
Madison Central, first time with the ball, knocked away by Weir. And it'll go over to Madison Central.
That was a collision.
Thought a foul would be called, but they'll let him play.
Bears starting out in a 2-3 zone.
Right, with a lot of pressure.
Shot off the rim, won't go. Rebound, Madison Central. And the big player for the Spartans is Marsh inside, but it's off her hands.
And that Marsh is built like a greyhound. She looks like she can fly.
Right, and she jumps very well, as you can see.
Mataseski being pressured by Weems. She'll drive the baseline. A little strong on the layup, but East Brunswick will keep it in play. Looking for Weir inside. And they'll call a jump. It'll go over to Madison Central.
And the Bears pressing.
Weems,
Whoa,
double dribble. What?
Didn't call it.
Oh.
I can't believe that one.
And she continues right along with it.
Official must have felt there was a turnover.
Spartans will settle down a little bit. Eubanks.
I was saying, Phil, they're putting a lot of pressure on Marsh.
Eubanks takes the shot, hits. First points of the game. Spartans on top, 2-0. Mataseski will walk it up slowly. Inside to Holland. Holland, nice move to the basket, off the rim.
Good ball handling.
Good drive, foul is gonna be called. That was Weems with the drive.
Simone Weems showing good hands there, controlling that ball, driving in for the layup and drawing the foul.
Right, Weir picks up her first foul. That's one thing East Brunswick will have to stay away from is foul trouble, especially the big people, Erica and Barbie Holland.
Williams go to line. She'll shoot 2. Nice touch. 3-0, the Lady Spartans. First period action, 6:05 left. And a lane violation will be called. No basket.
Hate to lose them like that.
You betcha. You never know what's going to happen further down the road. Point taken away.
So it's 3-0. East Brunswick looking to get on the board. Mataseski inside to Holland. Drulis looking now. Inside to Weir, a little high. Another turnover for the Bears. Eubanks will take it, knocked away by Drulis. And she steals it, gets it down. There's Weir, she should have the easy layup. And she does. 3-2, Bears trailing by 1.
Nice basket by Weir. I thought she drew the foul as well.
It was important, too, that the East Brunswick got on the board off the turnover.
And a called double dribble against Weems.
Small crowd here tonight.
Well,
a little disappointed.
Well, we have the boys playing Madison Central at the same time, so I'm sure a lot of people were there.
Mataseski will set the pace. Gets it inside to Weir, looking for Holland underneath. Stolen by Marsh.
Pass wasn't there.
Eubanks driving. She'll pull up and give it to Weems. Salter this is, number 20. That's Weems inside to Marsh. Good pass, blocked by Holland.
Ooh.
And they're gonna call a foul on Weir.
Well, let's see.
No, it's on Holland.
Yeah.
I tell you, Barbie Holland never left her feet, sort of reached in there and sort of one of those silly fouls, type of foul you don't like to give. If you're gonna foul, you like to let the officials know it, and the player.
This is Marsh at the line. You want to see a little form and style, watch this lady shoot.
I didn't even think that was a shooting foul, quite frankly. Official thought different.
They're giving her 2. 3-2 is our score. Madison Central by 1. Kim Marsh, a little strong. And taken down by Drulis, looking for Mataseski on the break. A little trouble controlling it. Drulis will put it up, in and out. Weems with the rebound.
And you see 3 Madison Central players crashing the boards there. Not outside of Marsh, they don't seem to be very tall, but they go right to the boards there.
Eubanks shot. Whoa. Finds net.
Eubanks with a nice touch.
5-2. Spartans by 3 with 4 minutes left here in the first period. Mataseski and Drulis.
A little miscommunication.
Drulis on a drive. Loses it inside. Mataseski's right there.
And she's fouled.
And she's fouled by Weems.
One thing that Mataseski, Kara, has to guard herself against, and that's frustration. She's young and not used to not getting her way, so to speak, as coming up through the ranks here. And I remember last game, she just was frustrated with the way things were going, and she has to maintain her poise.
We mentioned at the outset, this is a big game for the Bears, looking to qualify for the state playoffs. Mataseski, a freshman, at the line. She'll get one more.
Really not comfortable at the line.
And hits the second. 5-3 the score. Bears trailing by a bucket. Salter. Salter puts it up. Rebound by Cleary. They'll give it to Madison to bring up. She's fouled by Eubanks.
And that's the type of foul you need to call every time, reaching in across the body.
Sure. It's Maureen Burnin, John.
Oh, good, I didn't have a number. Okay, I did. Knocked away, Madison Central. Another turnover by East Brunswick. Missed opportunities.
Daniela Drulis sticking her hand in there.
Playing great defense.
Yep. She's really come on.
Yes. She needs some help, though, up in that front court.
There she gets
And
the
she
ball
gets the
again.
steal. Over to Monteseschi. Inside, Holland. She should go right for the board.
Yeah.
Stolen by Eubanks. Eubanks on Drulis. Misses.
Boy.
And we'll have a jump. Should go over to East Brunswick.
Eubanks missed the shot there, but you got to be impressed with her play. She's been all over the floor.
2:35 left first period. Madison Central leading 5-3. High post position is Holland. East Brunswick a little flat-footed. Inside to Holland. She makes the move towards the basket. Won't go. And it's off Eubanks.
Well, Barbie Holland, the Bears are playing at the top of the key there, and they have a wear down below. And that might change before the night's over.
Jennifer Wetzel comes in, number 10 for East Brunswick, replacing Drulis.
Salters.
Salter pulls it down. She's motoring. Now she'll stop and slow it down out to Eubanks, who's been hot for the Spartans. Salter take the shot, wide open, short. Monteseschi.
Ooh.
Salter diving in. Monteseschi right to the hoop. And Weir got too far underneath.
And Salters comes up with the ball.
Look at that speed.
And the drive, and she gets it.
She's a toughie.
7-3. Madison Central by 4. 1:35 left first period.
Tara Salters showing tough hands, and after taking a tough ball, coming back and making a basket.
Barbie Holland looking underneath for Cleary. Cleary gets it.
Nobody there.
Weir, turnaround. A little too strong, and a foul is going to be called.
Yeah.
Weir is called for it.
That's her second
And
foul.
of course, we saw that infamous dribble before you turn to the basket.
Pat Peters electing to keep Erica Weir in the game, even though she has her second foul. This is the first period.
Eubanks. Banks one off the glass, won't go. Holland pulls it down. .55 seconds left first period. East Brunswick needs a bucket here just to get back on track. Holland against Marsh. She'll drive.
Ooh,
and they're just not falling for East Brunswick.
Boy, Weir has to let up on those defensive boards there. Excuse me, the offensive boards. She doesn't want to pick up her third foul.
Salter at the point. Over to Eubanks. Back to Salter. She'll go with it.
Ooh.
Blocked by Weir. Shot in by Byrne. (9-3). 15 seconds. Inside the Weir. That's where they need to go.
Put it down on
Against
the
the
floor.
glass,
Bill,
and a foul is called against Petruski.
she put it on the floor.
Erica will go to line. She'll shoot 2.
And there you have a good look at the sophomore, Erica Ware. She's going to be a good one before she leaves East Brunswick.
She'll get one more with 9 seconds left in the period. Yes. 9-4. 7 seconds.
Nice defense.
Wetzel on Salter. She gets it down to Marsh. Marsh turnaround, and that'll end the first period. Bears trailing by 5, 9-4.
Tough game, and defense, I think, has pretty much done it for Madison Central thus far. Phil, seems like Marsh and Holland have kind of neutralized each other.
They have. Marsh has not scored. She comes into this game averaging 15 points a game, Jimmy. And that's the bad news for the Bears because you know she's going to warm up sooner or later. Same thing with Barbie Holland, though. So while they've neutralized each other right now, you can expect them both to heat up shortly.
Yeah. Play of a lot of Eubanks has been significant thus far. She's canned two of at least. She's canned 2 baskets thus far, and with the score 9-4,
but
that's going to be quite important.
You're right. She's canned 2 baskets, but she's just been all over the floor. She's played a total game, rebounding, a steal here, good defense, and just hustling. You got to like her play.
Yeah, and something else about East Brunswick on the offensive end of the floor is that they're trying to force it inside when the pass is not, they're trying to pass it inside where somebody's not open. And you hope that that sometimes some of those shots are going to fall in for East Brunswick, too.
All right, Madison Central will start off this second period with the ball. And Marsh turns around. And a foul inside against Weir, and that's going to be her third. She's going to have to take a seat now.
Didn't look like a foul.
And you're right. Pam Peters didn't want to have to go to the bench this early. And Erica Weir sitting down.
Well, it looks like what's going to happen is
Julius comes back in.
Yeah, and it's really a guard going in for a forward, obviously. So there's going to be some position changing. Wetzel's probably going to have to move up to a small forward.
Petruski at the line, shoots 2. In and out. She'll get her second. Spartans on top, 9-4. Start of the second period. We're at East Brunswick High School. Strong. And controlled by Marsh. Back out to Salter.
Got the rebound.
Salter, 3-pointer. And Holland with the rebound. Drulis now will bring it up. Locked inside. Holland. Oh, a trip there by Weems.
Okay, unintentional trip, but nevertheless a foul.
4th team foul, so it's still not a 1-on-1 yet. Meanwhile, Weems picks up her second foul.
Inbound to Holland. She'll put it up.
That's just nice defense by.
And we'll have a jump ball over to
Marsh.
Madison Central. Ooh, I thought well, East Brunswick will inbound it. They alternate possessions on jump balls. Holland shows her strength. Mataseski hits from the corner.
Mataseski with a good shot. Barbie Holland showing good, strong hands, not letting that ball being taken away from her.
Turnover, Salter goes over East Brunswick. 9-6 is our score. The Bears down by 3.
Good chance for the Bears to really get into the game.
That's pressure defense there by Weems.
Drulis drives, no foul. Eubanks comes on with it. And Eubanks loses control of it.
Eubanks has been doing everything. He's tried to do a little too much there. Simply lost control of the ball.
Right, and nobody guarded her, but I'll tell you what, Daniela Drulis was close to the ball.
You want to get the ball into your guard's
bad
hand.
pass there as Salter comes up with the steal.
A push off by Salter's no call.
Salter elbowing everyone as she
nice
drives.
Defense there by
Holland down court for Wetzel. Tries to save it. She does to Cleary. Good hustle by East Brunswick.
They're moving it around.
And another bad pass and turnover.
Well, Pam Peters very upset.
And timeout, Madison Central. And this game's getting a little ragged.
I'll tell you, Salters came down and one clear foul and then an elbow on another attempting a shot there. Neither one of them were called, however.
Boy, I'll tell you, if East Brunswick could just convert on some of these turnover opportunities, this game could be certainly close. At least they have come back to 9-6, which makes it a little bit more closer in terms of being able to take the lead before halftime. But oh boy, these turnovers kill you.
Well, yeah, Pam Peters, you see the diagram in play there, but I'm sure she's telling her team, listen, we have to cut down on some of the turnovers. We got to make good passes. We got to take good shots.
Well, I think you're seeing some of the inexperience of a young team, Phil, too. When in trouble, their first reaction is to throw the ball in the middle to Barbie Holland, and
Right.
Barbie's being double-teamed down low.
Exactly.
Something they need to learn. They need to use all their resources, and that there are 3 other players out there, one of whom should be open.
We'll see what Pat Peters has designed now.
Right, and Barbie Holland plays an awful high post on the offense. Perhaps she needs to get down underneath more.
Working inside all by herself as Petruski won't go. Holland steals it away.
Strong hands.
This is the best game I've seen Barbie Holland
I'll
play
tell
under
you,
the boards.
if you're an athlete, you got to have good hands. Barbie Holland has good, strong hands.
Inside to
Look out.
Mataseski, stolen
Taken away.
by Salter. Here comes Weems. Slides, that should be a travel, and that's what they'll call.
Big break for the Bears.
Yeah, that was 2 points. Now, Kara had that ball stolen from her, so she needs to, again, maintain her poise.
Inside to Holland, that's where they like to go. She's trying to squeeze it through.
Just a bad pass.
Boy, Barbie's playing high post every time down the floor.
Well, I noticed that when Erica Weir was in the game, and I thought that she might go down low once Erica was out, but nevertheless, she's in the same position. Perhaps she probably shoots better from there, Jim.
5:20 left before half. Our score is 9-6. Madison Central by 3. Mataseski makes the strong move, follows the baseline.
She carried it and got away with it.
Holland on the follow-up. Cleary standing right there, puts it in.
And Jenny has been opportunistic all season long. That's her specialty.
9-8, the Bears trail by 1.
Jules is all over the floor.
Here comes Eubanks, blocked by Holland.
Saved.
The Bears are looking good now. Oh, and there's that pass that's haunted them all game.
And Salters with the ball back.
Marsh, Eubanks, flicks that wrist, won't go. Holland again.
Strong rebound.
Here we go.
Mataseski, she should take it right to the hoop.
Stolen back
Look
in
at
her
that
hands.
play.
And the foul. Foul on Petruski.
That was a great heads-up play.
Rossi comes in for Wetzel.
And that's the type of things that only experience can gather. Kara was a little upset at having the ball taken away from her, but she held her poise, grabbed the ball, and took it in for the hoop.
And folks, you got to remember, she's only a freshman, averaging 8.5 points a game. So she's contributed.
And more importantly, she puts the Bears on top 10-9, make that 11-9, the first lead of the game.
Boy, things have changed quickly.
East Brunswick pressing.
Ooh,
Whoa, Weems, how she got away with that, I don't know. That ball was up over her head. Salter just elbows her way in for the shot and the basket.
Salters doesn't mind defending herself and keeping people away from her.
She's playing more football than basketball.
Which is a nice way of saying she has sharp elbows.
East Brunswick again trying to force inside, and they're going to call a foul on Salter.
And we don't mean to denigrate Salter's play, because she's playing a fine all-the-way-around game, but she's very aggressive, and if you get near her, she'll subtly ward you off.
All right, we're in a 1-and-1 situation. We're tied at 11, and Mataseski will go to the line.
Boy, this game is turning out like we thought it would.
Shot hit. She'll get another. The bonus.
With a 1-on-1, that was an important bucket.
East Brunswick up on top now, 12-11. Make that 13.
Seski.
And East Brunswick looks like they're coming together now.
Boy, she's come on in the last couple of minutes, I'll tell you.
And the press is working. They get it to Marsh. Marsh feeds it into Petruski. Good ball handling by Madison Central.
I don't know how Petruski grabbed that one, that bounce pass.
We're tied at 13 with 3:40 left before half. Salter, and they're going to call her.
Second foul on Tara.
And the Madison Central coach has about had enough.
Well, he's giving a hard look at the official right now.
Well, I've said it before. High school officials are whistle happy. They really are. There's a lot of calls that don't have to be made.
Well, Eubanks will come back in. They've got to give Salter a little break here.
3 on her.
Mataseski's hot at the line.
She has 9 of East Brunswick's 14 points.
And you know, Phil, as a coach, what are you going to tell Salter? She's playing aggressive.
You don't want to take the aggressiveness away from her, that's for sure.
Mataseski misses.
Technical.
Technical is going to be called on Madison Central.
On the bench. And it wasn't so much the coach as it was the coach and Salters both jumped up at the same time. And I'm not quite sure who actually got the technical.
That's a tough one, Phil, though. Yeah, he's...
The coach is talking to Salters now and saying, listen, if anybody's going to draw a technical, it's going to be me. Cool it.
But am I right in that East Brunswick gains possession also?
That is correct.
That's right. Mataseski hits, makes it 15-13.
And technicals are 2-shot fouls. Well, I'll tell you what.
Mataseski, 6 of 7 from the foul line.
She is.
And East Brunswick gets it. They've increased their lead to 3, 16-13 with 3:25 left. Holland looking. Cleary, 3 seconds in the lane. Byrne looking underneath. She'll take the shot. Off the rim. Rossi on the rebound. And the Bears don't seem to be missing Erica Weir that much. They've really rose to the task here. Rossi drives. Hits. 18-13. The crowd's coming alive here at East Brunswick. They're really enjoying some good basketball.
Yeah, this is a well-played game now.
Shot long in, what they call an air ball, goes over to the Bears.
And East Brunswick is on a run right now, and I think they want to take as much advantage as they can. I think Salter being out of there does something to Madison's offense and defense.
Well, she's the quarterback.
Holland will give it over to Mataseski. Who's hot. Yes, three-pointer.
Yes. Yeah, she's when she gains in confidence, look out.
21-13, the Bears.
Look at Drula and Mataseski.
Marsh, Eubanks.
You call 3 seconds on Marsh if they wanted to.
Eubanks finally calms the crowd a little bit. 21-15, the Bears by 6.
That was a badly needed basket for the Spartans.
They trailed by 6 in the first period. Mataseski.
Well, putting on a clinic right now.
Bears with it, Drulis. Knocked away by Weems.
Kara got away with a double dribble before. And Buckbaum has all he can to keep his bench quiet now.
Mataseski inbounds to Rossi. And she'll take the shot. In and out. Rossi's right there. She's hit on the arm by Weems.
That is a 1-on-1.
And Madison Central finding themselves in early foul trouble.
I believe that is Simone Weems' second foul. I attributed one of those fouls to Salter.
Teresa Rossi go to the line. 1:33 left, second period. Bears by 6, 21-15. She'll get the bonus. Boy, East Brunswick has come alive from that foul line. Alive.
Teresa Rossi hitting the first one. She's a defensive specialist and plays tough anytime she gets in the game.
Yes. 23-15, and this game has turned around. Eubanks. Drulis knocks it away.
Unofficially, I have East Brunswick 10 for 13 from the foul line, and that's obviously the difference.
That's a big difference.
The boys would like to shoot that well. 1:25. Clock running. Drulis on top of Eubanks. Eubanks will shoot it.
Ooh.
And boy, she's got a deadly shot.
I'll tell you, I like how she plays.
Yeah.
23-17, the Bears by 6.
I tell you what, Phil, who would have known it? But both Barbie Holland and Kim Marsh were scoreless.
Are scoreless. That's a good point.
Here comes Holland. Little turnaround.
Oh.
It goes this time.
No longer.
Jim. Inside a minute.
East Brunswick is playing with renewed confidence now.
25-17, Eubanks. She's the only hot shooter Madison Central has at the moment. East Brunswick's defense, tough as ever.
Ooh,
Marsh, blocked by Rossi. Off Weems' foot. Saved by Byrne.
A walk, no walk. No call.
Eubanks. Petruski. Steps.
Definitely flustered.
Drulis by herself. Knocked away by Weems. She'll pull it back out. 22 seconds.
Good move.
Well, East Brunswick could play for one here if they wanted.
Mataseski to Holland, back to Mataseski, shot. And Holland fighting her way. And it'll go over to Madison Central with 10 seconds.
10 seconds, yeah. And Madison does not realize it.
Eubanks.
They don't look like they're going to get a good shot off here.
3 seconds. She'll throw it up and it won't go, and we'll go into the half. The Bears on top, 25-17.
And boy, you're looking at a frustrated team in Madison Central. They don't realize what hit them. I mean, this is halftime, and they're coming to the bench sitting down.
The Bears are obviously an improved team. We mentioned at the top of the game, this Madison Central team beat them 51-36 earlier, but the Bears certainly have improved. You can't count Madison Central out because they have an excellent team themselves, but you got to be pleased with how well the Bears have played.
Well, that was a 21-8 run in that period, and East Brunswick goes in with an 8-point lead at half, 25-17. And we'll come back with second half action in just a moment. Well, we get ready for the second half of action here from East Brunswick. The Bears on top, 25-17. Jim, you have some stats.
Yeah, Karen Mataseski handled the bulk of the offense for East Brunswick, obviously. 7 for 9 from the foul line. 1 3-pointer and 2 regular baskets for 14 points. Erica Weir had 3 points. Teresa Rossi, 4 points with not a lot of action. Jennifer Cleary, 2, and Barbie Holland, 2, as we start the game.
And that is Salter with the ball, number 20. She's back in. She's with some foul problems, so she has to be careful. But she is the spark for this Madison Central team. Weems inside to Petruski. Knocked away by the Bears, and this will be Mataseski.
Phil, 8-point lead. Does East Brunswick want to change its strategy at all?
I think they got to play their game. I think they got to continue hustling all over and playing this same type of game they played the first half.
Holland inside on Marsh. Off the glass, too much. And this will be Salter. She'll bring it up. She likes to go all the way with it. Now she'll give it to Eubanks, their best shooter tonight.
I'd like to see if
Weems. And she hits.
I'd like to see if Madison is going to try to get to Kim Marsh more. She has been actually rendered useless except for the defensive boards.
25-19 our score at the start of the third period. What a second period the Bears had as they caught up and took the lead. Cleary inside
nice
to Holland.
Nice pass.
Oh, and it just won't go.
Weems coming down.
Here comes Weems. She's got Petruski on the outside. She'll take it herself. Nice drive.
Boy, 2 quick buckets here.
And Madison Central back in at 25-21.
Right, both baskets scored by Weems, so a new spark plug.
Looks like Erica Weir is going to come in at the first break. Holland now looking for some help. She'll take it herself. Just a little cold. Rossi on the follow-up. Won't go. That's Cleary. Blocked. And they're going to call a jump ball. Nice block by Marsh. And Weir comes in. Rossi will take a rest.
And John, it's interesting. The Bears took the largest lead with Weir sitting on the bench, so it'd be interesting to see what happens. She comes right in.
Nice hit, nice play.
Didn't put the ball on the floor that time, did she?
No, she did.
One motion.
27-21, East Brunswick.
Here's my answer.
Salter over to Weems. Inside to Eubanks. And Weir with the rebound.
Drulis was breaking on that. Erica couldn't get to her.
Modisescu go down the left side with it. She'll drive, use the glass, won't go. She gets her own rebound.
Wow.
Inside to Weir. And taken away by Salter.
2-on-1.
To Weems, nice pass. Double dribble.
Oh, that's too bad. It looks like Weems.
Might have pulled a muscle.
Yeah, I guess she tried to shuttle stop.
Anyway, it goes over East Brunswick with a 6-point lead.
That was a 2-0 right there.
Modisescu to Drulis. Inside to Weir.
Good hands.
Weir should go right to the hoop, and she does.
Ooh.
There you go.
Ooh.
29-21.
Erica Weir coming in right away and making her presence felt. Didn't do much the first half, and off the bench here the second half, and she's been the difference.
John, East Brunswick's back up by 8 again.
Drulis knocks it away. Tough defense. Salter fights her way to Reams. Knocked out by Eubanks. It'll go over to the Bears. 5 minutes remaining here in the third period. East Brunswick by 8. Bears came in 7-6 overall, 5-1 in the conference. Right through Holland's hands, but Cleary's right there.
Yeah, Dawn, nice by Jennifer, nice play. Get that ball back.
Modisescu looking for Cleary, trying to get it to Weir. It'll be the Bears' ball under their own basket.
All right, this is a set play inside here.
This is the play they scored on a little while ago.
Jump
Ball.
ball.
Blocked by Marsh.
Should be Madison ball.
And that's where it'll go.
Don't you miss jump balls? I sort of like them, except we got officials who couldn't toss the ball properly, so we had to settle for something.
Well, we've noticed that there's an inordinately high number of jump balls in girls basketball.
It's an easy call. Go over to East Brunswick. Madison Central getting a little cold now.
Yeah, they're not. The shots are not falling, and Buckbaum is frustrated to say the least.
Modisescu trying to set something here. Drulis. Modisescu looking for a screen. Back out to Drulis.
East Brunswick can afford to be patient.
Weir, and she had it
fouled.
fouled by Weems, I believe.
I think it's on Salter, John.
No, Weems, I believe.
They gave it
Let's
to
see who they call. No, it is on Salter. You're right.
Good vision.
4 fouls on Tara Salter, so she has to leave.
And they got to take her out.
And I
don't
don't
know
think
who
we
this
have her
is.
number.
No, 24. We don't know who that is for Madison
Unless
Central.
that's Rosenthal. We may have some different numbers here.
Weir puts one up from outside the white. And here comes Weems on the break. Ooh, took about 3 steps, nothing called, and a travel will be called there on Marsh.
Boy, the officials blow the whistle.
You can't figure it. Anyway, the Bears on top by 8, 29-21 with 3:40 left in the third period.
Crucial game for East Brunswick, John. They need this.
Cleary drives, looks for Weir. She's got her on a turnaround.
Whoa.
Yes.
Beautiful shot.
Erica Weir has come alive. And 24 is Rosenthal. Ellen.
10-point lead for East Brunswick. Their largest of the game.
Yeah, they're looking good right now.
Weems across court to Eubanks.
Phil, I'll tell you.
Stolen by Mataseski. She should have the layup. Use the glass. Yes.
Mataseski used her left hand on there.
Yeah, that's right.
She used her left hand.
Good observation.
Timeout, Madison Central. 33-21 East Brunswick.
Boy, a freshman using the left hand on the layup there. Didn't waste time to go to the other side, put it underneath.
And
man, this is one of East Brunswick's best performances this year, John.
That's for sure. And I tell you, Ken Bucksbaum, as you look at him, has got to be a little perturbed. As I pointed out, they beat East Brunswick the first game, 51-36. They just killed Perth Amboy last week, played Cedar Ridge the best game of the year, and he had to feel very confident coming in here. And he's got to be a little shell-shocked right now. And the big story for him is that Kimberly Marsh has not scored a point.
Boy, she averaging what, 15 points a game?
Averaging 15 point plus a game.
Oh, that's got to be the major factor thus far. Kim Marsh has controlled the defensive boards to an extent, but absolutely no scoring. You got to credit Barbie Holland and Erica Weir for that.
All right, we'll start action again. The Bears by 12. 33-21 with 2:50 left, third period. There's Marsh inside, and there's the bucket.
And here she comes. You can't keep someone as good as Marsh down all game.
Right.
10 points for East Brunswick.
And Holland doesn't have well, she has one foul. She can afford it.
Travel on Mataseski.
And the Bears just have to keep it together right now because it looks like Madison might want to make their move right here. So the Bears just have to keep together and not make silly mistakes.
Drulis, again, good hands. Weems. Marsh getting a little more active. Weems, and they're going to call double dribble.
Oh, boy.
East Brunswick now being pressed, but Holland will bring it down. She moves
that.
well for a big woman.
She does.
Handles the ball real well.
Right, on that press, Madison wasn't prepared.
Mataseski into Holland. Blocked by Marsh. Weir won't go. And Marsh pulls it down, and Marsh is starting to come alive now.
She has come alive. She averages 13 rebounds a game, and she's done well rebounding. She just hasn't hit the basket too much.
Drulis knocked over, no call. Eubanks. Holland, good rebound.
Big rebound.
And a foul's going to be called on Marsh.
Yeah.
Over her back.
It's not a shooting foul, so that's Kim's first foul.
Cleary will inbound to Holland. Eubanks all over her back, but no call. Get it to Mataseski and bring it up to break the press. Drulis looks inside to Mataseski. Good pass and a bucket.
It was a great play. Really was.
And Mataseski is hot. She scored 15 points the first time these two teams played, and she's well above that now.
Can you imagine a couple of years from now when Mataseski is more seasoned?
125. It'll be a jump ball. It'll go over to East Brunswick.
And Mataseski tied up
She did.
the Madison Central player.
Tell you what, you got to like the way this East Brunswick program is progressing. You know that the 8th grade team is just obliterating everybody, from what I understand.
Cleary won't go. Drulis won't go. Weir puts it in. And everything's going East Brunswick's way.
Yeah.
37-23, the Bears by 14. Inside of 1 minute left, third period. Weems, they'll let her go.
Good move. Weems with her 6th point of the game there. Nice drive to the basket.
Mataseski drops it off to Drulis. Mataseski on the drive. Ooh. Yes. When they're going your way, they're going. 39-25, the Bears by 14. 30 seconds left.
Kara's almost unstoppable since the first period's been over.
Marsh. Weems on the rebound, and she's fouled by Cleary.
I'll tell you, I like her. I like Weems. She goes up among the Giants and without any fear. Drew the foul there as well.
believe she's a junior. Is that
Timeout,
true,
East
Phil?
Brunswick.
Right.
Yeah. Wow. Who called timeout
No,
there?
East Brunswick.
East Brunswick calls timeout.
Weems is a sophomore.
Sophomore.
She's a soph,
Okay.
so she's got a lot of play in her.
Yeah. Boy, looks of frustration really on Madison's faces.
Pat
We're looking
Peters.
at Pat Peters. Yeah. Okay.
East Brunswick doing a nice job with this team. We said during the first game we telecast that they are a young team. And Pat Peters said, you know, give us time, things will start to come around.
And I think that's the difference. They developed. Modesteski herself, 21 points at this juncture. I think, Jimmy, you talk about being a ball player. She went up. We saw her put that ball up with the left hand. We see a lot of young guys do not do that. And that's basics at this very young age. So between Erica Weir, Modesteski, and some of the other young players, they have a future here.
22 seconds remaining here in the third period. Bears on top by 12, 39-27.
And again, speaking about future, Simone Weems, a sophomore guard. She has 8 points at this juncture, but you got to like the way she handles the ball and has no fear when she's driving.
Shot off the rim. Eubanks with the rebound.
Nice steal.
Stolen by Holland. What a great defensive game she's playing tonight. Drulis brings it up.
And there's 10 seconds left, John.
Shot, Drulis won't go. She gets her own rebound.
They're not going to get it off.
And Weems right to the hoop.
Ooh, mercy,
And they
mercy.
won't call it. They won't give it to her. So at
And-
the end of 3, it's East Brunswick 39, Madison Central 27.
Unfortunate for Madison there.
I'll tell you, Ken Bucksbaum just
Yeah.
glares at the official. Doesn't say a word.
Something I wanted to say about East Brunswick's program. They're a 7-6 on the season, but I'll tell you what, it's not because they haven't played against tough basketball teams. They have really scheduled quality opponents during the course of the year, and the way Pat Peters, the coach, says it, they would much rather be playing against tough teams rather than developing a false sense of security playing against lesser opponents. And maybe we're seeing the results of that tonight. You know, the East Brunswick's a little more seasoned and certainly playing a lot better against Madison Central than they did the first time around.
It's a shocker. You look at Ken Bucksbaum right now, and he's trying to pull himself together. 17 years this man's been coaching. He deserves a medal for that alone, Jim.
Yeah.
But he's got an uphill battle right now.
It's going to be tough. 12-point lead with only 8 minutes to go.
Last 8 minutes to go. And East Brunswick playing a whale of a game at both ends of the court. Salter, she tries one short. She's diving and elbowing. Gets her own rebound.
The coach didn't wince when she took that three-pointer, so it must be a natural thing.
I think he's used to about anything from her. Weir. And now the turnovers are being, actually turnovers are happening to Madison Central, where it happened to East Brunswick in the first period. A lot of pushing going on, no
Weems
call.
playing tough defense, reaching in, no foul.
Holland, back out to Modesteski. Free shot, in and out.
Look at a rebound there.
Look at that, Holland rebound and fouled by Marsh from behind.
Who are they going to call here?
Oh, they call Petrusky. Could have gone either way.
Yeah, it's a third team foul, so unless it's a shooting foul. I guess they caught Petrusky.
I think they were saying she was trying to put it back up.
And you'll see Barbie Holland at the line. And again, what a game this young lady's played tonight. Defensively, she's been outstanding.
Yeah, not so much scoring-wise, but she doesn't need it.
Right, she's only scored 2 points, actually, but she's played a whale of a game in every other aspect.
She's just not having that luck tonight.
And Cleary comes down with the rebound, John. That's a
And the
big
Bears,
one. They keep possession.
Modesteski having a little trouble finding the handle, and
Bears
Holland
need-
pulls it down.
Look at this.
She'll take it herself, and she's fouled that time by Marsh. I believe that's the third on Marsh.
Right. And the Bears just have to be conscious of their shot selection, use some time up on the clock, and
They're enjoying, you're right, Jim, second foul on Marsh. East Brunswick enjoying a 12-point lead. Could be added to here.
Barbie Holland not
Just a little short.
on tonight.
And she's just cold. That's all you can say from the shooting aspect.
Yeah, she's normally solid from the line.
39-27. Nice pass underneath. Blocked by Holland. They're going to call her.
And I can't understand that whistle.
Well, I think it's with the body, Jim. She clearly hit the ball with her hand, but I think she smacked her son with the body. Official standing right there.
And that comes from the voice of a former official. Barbie picks up her second foul.
Well, no doubt about it. And so Petrusky will go to the line.
Crowd getting into it.
All net. 39-28. Petrusky could put Madison Central within 10. And she doesn't, and Cleary comes down with the rebound over to Montesesky.
That's right. Jennifer Cleary has been playing a not an explosive game, but she's been in there all the way, too.
Montesesky. Ooh, a little too much English on that one. And it goes over to Madison Central.
Oh, yeah. Madison needs every possession to count here.
Weems looks to Marsh. Marsh will take the shot.
Ooh.
Boom. Hits. 39-30.
Okay, you don't want her to start.
All right. She gets hot. Look out. There's a press.
Weir
Ooh,
looks for
bad
underneath
pass.
the Drewless.
They got a break. Bad
Yeah,
pass.
really. Yeah, that was not the pass to throw in that situation.
Exactly.
East Brunswick should take a little bit of time here and be patient.
Knocked away. That's Salter. East Brunswick. I thought she couldn't do that, but
I didn't think it was available either.
foul is going to be called on Marsh.
That's got to be her third.
And Erica Weir to have 2 shots. Try to increase that East Brunswick lead of 9 points. Bounce around a little. She makes use of all the iron. 40-30. Not that time. And Weems will bring it down quickly for the Spartans. Salter, 85-footer.
85. Look who got the rebound.
And the coach,
Cleary.
Buckbaum, just
Quietly
shakes his
doing
head.
a job. 5:45 left in the game. The Bears by 10, 40-30. Salter, now she'll push her way through to the hoop. Nice layup, won't go.
And she used her right hand, Phil.
We're on the rebound to Drulis, underneath to Cleary. Taken by Holland. Ooh, she's fouled.
Ooh, mercy.
A little uncontrolled right now.
Foul on Byrne.
Maureen Byrne committed a foul. Barbie Holland will go to the line.
Tara Salter playing with 4 fouls.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll tell you
And
what.
Barbie Holland hits one from the line.
She's 1 for 5, but the importance of the points now are magnified.
Oh, in and out. Montesesky follows.
No foul.
Look
To
at that.
Cleary, blocked by Marsh. Holland, yes.
Everything going East Brunswick's way tonight.
43-30. East Brunswick by 13 with 5:10 left in the game.
They got to throw it up. Got to throw it up.
Marsh.
And
She has that shot.
Yeah, you can see why she's a quality player there. When she's on, she can run up the points real quick.
Holland looking for some help. She'll take it herself. She's a good ball handler.
I'll tell you, what a plus for you when you're trapped in the backcourt.
Drulis, nice save.
Good hustle.
We'll see what the call is. They'll call a travel. Ooh,
I think
Weems was lucky.
They called backcourt, actually.
It was really a steal.
It was unusual, whatever it was. Right now, time is of the essence for Madison Central.
Oh, tough turnover there.
East Brunswick by 11, 43-32. 4:30 left in the game. Mataseski.
Ooh.
Hit from behind,
She's
still going.
She was hammered.
Looking for Weir. And here comes Salter. Woo! They'll let her go as Holland pulls it down.
You gotta put these on the highlight films. That's a major league
I'll
rebound.
tell you, hey, she cleared everyone else from around her, too.
She's getting a sense of it now. She's taking control, telling him to come on down. She'll help him in the lane
Good
as
move
Weir
by
drives.
Erica Weir.
That move.
Oh,
Good.
mercy.
How about it?
Oh, mercy. Erica Weir has averaged over 11 points for the last 4 games. She has 13 points right now. And
Timeout, Madison Central.
those young players, I think, have been the big difference. Erica Weir coming on, Kara Mataseski, and that's the difference between this team and in the beginning of the year, development.
Well, I'll tell you, Phil, what's really impressed me has been the play of Barbie Holland. She has staked out her territory and basically has said, every ball up there is mine.
Exactly.
She's used the Larry Bird philosophy. If I'm not popping them, then I'm doing every other phase of the game. I'm doing well, and she happens to be doing that right now.
She really has. Actually, I think we can say a little about each player tonight in her own way. Kara Mataseski, of course, tremendous point scoring tonight. Erica Weir doing the all-around job, as you mentioned. I talked about Jennifer Cleary coming up with key rebounds in those situations, and Drulis has been a great defensive star tonight. So in effect, it's been a great team effort also.
And while we have a moment, just an announcement. Little Lady Bears Night will be held on Tuesday, January 30th, as the Lady Bears take on J.P. Stevens here at the East Brunswick High School. That game will feature foul shooting contest winners from grades 5 to 9.
Holland with another rebound out to Drulis.
Drulis brings it down with 3:30 left in the game, and she's fouled. It's going to go against Weems.
And Madison's a little desperate right now. They got to pull out all the stops, be overly aggressive, and try to steal the ball.
So Eubanks gets charged with that foul.
But, you know, after the first period, the wheels just fell off for Madison
That's
Central.
for sure.
Drulis will go to the line. She's in the bonus situation. Bears by 13, 45-32. In and out. Rebound by Marsh.
Oh, Daniela hasn't scored tonight.
I'll tell you, Marsh has an awful lot of rebounds.
Yep.
Triska, too strong. Holland.
And so does Holland.
She
Whoops.
throws it down,
Nobody's
looking
there,
for
huh?
Weir.
And here comes Weems.
Weems, good ball handler.
Sophomore, a real good ball handler.
And Salter, three-pointer.
Ooh.
Saved by the, on the line, they'll call it. Goes over to the Bears.
Late call. And number 52 is Barbara Washado.
Coming in for the Spartans. 2:50 left in the game. Drulis. Look at Holland.
That was a pick. That was a pick.
And here comes Weems.
Weems
Ooh,
knocked away by
nice steal
Drulis.
by Drulis. They're doing it all, I tell you.
What hustle. You gotta be pleased by it. Pat Peters is certainly pleased. This is the kind of effort she's been looking for. And Jim, as you said, as they take on some tough opponents, this is what they'll need down the stretch.
Boom.
Nice shot by Marsh.
Yep. 8 points, all in the second half.
45-34, East Brunswick by 11.
I'd say this win tonight is really going to put East Brunswick in a great position now to win the Red Division.
That's right. They're currently 7-1, I believe. 5-1.
Well, this will bring it up to 6-1 with only games remaining against Stevens, Edison, Saraville, Piscataway, and Woodbridge. And of that group, I believe it's no, I'm sorry. They've beaten everybody that they've played. Madison was the lone loss.
Timeout East Brunswick with 2:08.
And we haven't even talked about the Greater Middlesex Conference Tournament. I
That's
think
for
East
sure.
Brunswick is probably going to gain a little bit more respect as a result of this game. And undoubtedly, probably the two top teams, 3, lost count, but St. Peter's and Cedar Ridge, clearly
Ridge, of course,
the
right.
two best teams in the county. South Plainfield is also a team that demands a lot of respect, as well as Bishop Bar. But East Brunswick, I know that Pat Peters has established as a goal, as you look at her there, to get this team to get to Rutgers so that they can get a little notoriety and play in the big gymnasium in the GMC finals. Let's see what happens.
And what a job Pat Peters has done. Very understated, very quietly, has worked his team, has stayed long and hard in terms of practice and in support of these kids, and it's paying off. And you mentioned the schedule. It's a philosophy that many teams here at East Brunswick have adopted. They will play the best regardless of team record, and it has paid off over the years in terms of the nature and value of the East Brunswick High School soccer program, football, basketball, and we're seeing it here with girls basketball. Weems, in and out. Weir on the rebound to Drulis. Inside of 2 minutes now left in this game. The Bears by 11 rather, 45-34.
They have this game well in hand.
Mataseski.
Cleary rebounding.
Cleary very quietly again doing her job.
Really.
Bears can take their time.
Yeah, I think that was the strategy that was employed here. Only wait for the good shot like that
Holland, strong move.
Very strong move.
Marsh on the foul. That's her 4th. Phil, if she can get that touch on that move.
That's right.
Because she certainly can power it up there.
And a nice game by Jennifer Cleary as Teresa Rossi comes in. I think probably Pat Peters is going to slowly empty her bench.
Well, we've said it time, everything but the touch tonight. She's done more than anyone could expect.
And nice touch there to make it 46-34.
Look at that
Weir
steal.
on a steal. See if she jams it.
I don't think so.
I would have loved to have seen it.
Hey, she's a sophomore by the time
That's
her
right.
senior year. Who knows?
I would have loved to see her try it anyway.
Nice defensive play there by Weir.
Weir's playing great, and they're going to call her that time.
Reached in that time, right?
Let's remember, she came in off the bench with 3 fouls and
That's
has
right.
played flawless
Since
the
the
second
first
half.
quarter.
Really. Yeah. I think we're starting to see these young ladies mature in a basketball sense.
Oh, yeah.
And starting to become comfortable with one another and how each other plays, and it could only mean good things for East Brunswick down the road.
And that's Barbara Weishadow, and you know her dad,
South River.
Ed Weishadow, of course. So she should make this basket. No?
Give her some time.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
It's getting a little thick as Weems.
Or what do they call
A
here?
little confusion here.
All right, they're going to...
3 seconds back on the clock.
Yeah. I didn't actually see what happened.
There's some confusion, but nevertheless, they put 3 seconds back on the clock.
There's a trap.
It'll go over to Madison Central with a minute left. Bears by 11, 46-35. Marsh, Weir right in front of her, good defense. And a call of travel on Barbie Holland.
Officials calling everything tonight.
East Brunswick got to keep their concentration. Foul on Holland.
And Barbara Weisshadow goes back to the line.
Third foul on Holland. .49 seconds remaining.
Nice touch.
46-36. And Holland again, strong rebound.
Ooh.
Drulis will bring it up. Again, Madison Central pressing. They'll call Eubanks for the foul, reaching in.
Well, that's the only thing that the Lady Spartans can do is to foul, hope to stop the clock, hope that East Brunswick misses on the foul line, they get possession, bring it down, score.
And you see Daniela Drulis, she's averaging 8.3 points per game, and she's played a solid all-around game.
Right, hasn't scored, but still in all, she's made a valuable contribution.
Holland follows up on the rebound. Still won't go, and Marsh, and Holland's gonna be called for reaching in. Her fourth. 35 seconds remaining. East Brunswick on top, 46-36.
Well, Marsh can, with sinking these two, can get into double figures. But I'll tell you, it's all been in the fourth quarter. Not enough. Phil, I think she's going to be a good college player.
She certainly has the potential to be. I think it's just one of those nights. Patrick Ewing the other night just did not have his game, and I think Kimberly Marsh didn't have her game tonight.
Monteseschi pulls it down. 30 seconds left. Ball's lost. Weems puts it up and fouled by Rossi.
And that's the situation you want if you're Madison. Stop the clock with an opportunity to put points on the board.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't understand East Brunswick's aggressiveness at this point. Let them take the shot, bring the ball up, and take your time. You're leading by, well, at that point, you're leading by 10. Anyway, timeout.
Right, and I think that's probably one of the things that East Brunswick wants to discuss at this point is, you know, be a little loose on your coverage.
Well,
let them shoot it.
No, but I think that, and Pat Peters also is not terribly overly concerned about this game, but being in similar situations with that amount of time left, that you do the right thing. And she wants to remind their team about that.
Right. So, John, the East Brunswick schedule for the next couple of days, next couple of games, Wednesday, 24th, we'll find them here again playing South Plainfield in a pivotal game, and then they will host Middletown North on the 26th. Follow that with a home contest against J.P. Stevens.
They're going to have their work cut out for them, and certainly that bench is going to become more and more important to them.
Yeah, this is and that 30th, by the way, will be the cutoff mark for qualification.
You have to have 500 or better, right, Jim?
Right. So this will assure that.
Weems at the line. Bonus situation. Oh, this is a two-point shooting foul. That's right. Weems was shooting prior to the foul. So she'll get another opportunity here. 46-38 is our score.
She's the only one in double figures. Simone Weems.
Misses off Marsh's foot, and it'll go over to East Brunswick.
And I'll tell you, that's indicative of the type of night Kimberly Marsh has had. Nothing seems to go right.
Rossi will inbound. Stolen by Madison Central and taken back by Montesesky and fouled by Weems.
She was hacked.
This game's taken, that's third foul on Simone Weems.
This may be the longest 25
Say,
seconds.
it's taken a while.
And Kara Montesesky, as you take a look at her, she's developed many of those skills, I understand, at St. Bart's, who really does a nice job with the young kids of East Brunswick.
Shot in and out.
That's going to hurt Kara's foul shooting percentage tonight. She was 7 for 9 in the first half.
I think she's just tired. She's cooled off quite a bit. She had that streak where she couldn't miss anything.
13 seconds. Weems will be called for the travel. That's about the 4th call on Weems for traveling tonight. Young lady's had a difficult time with that skill. Knocked away by Madison Central, so it'll be the Bears ball with 8 seconds. And really all they have to do is just hold on to it. Inbound it and Marsh, 5 seconds. Salter stops. Holland, and that'll do it. East Brunswick on top, 46-38.
Fitting that Barbie Holland grabbed that rebound in
yes.
the game. That's been the story to an extent, huh, John?
Yep. And what a game. A great game for East Brunswick, needing this victory, improving their record to 6-1 in the GMC Red Division, and overall record to 8-6.
And I tell you got to feel good if you're Pat Peters, because that's what it's all about, developing your team. They took lumps from this team early on in the year, and they've gotten better, and they've come back, and you just had to see the look on Pat Peters' face. It's just a look of satisfaction, knowing that this team has gotten much better.
Right. And John, you mentioned something about how as the team grows, they seem to be coming together, and you can see that on their faces also. This is a team that has a lot more confidence, and that will be important as they go into the tail end of their GMC schedule and prepare for the GMC tournament. And now we know that they're going to make the states.
Again, a big win for the Lady Bears, and they have a rough week coming up. But they pull it out here tonight against a tough Madison Central team. The final, East Brunswick 46, Madison Central 38, and an overall all-round team effort. Just outstanding, both offense and defense. And it's been a pleasure our carrying this team, and we've seen them mature. And we look forward to the remaining few games that we have on our schedule with the Lady Bears. But their goal, obviously, is to qualify for the state playoffs. And let's not forget the GMC tournament. They may be a team to reckon with. Well, for Phil Hill and Jim Allinder, I'm John Meggiolaro saying thanks for being with us from East Brunswick High School.